And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta in our sort of initiative non-aggression pact run, where I tried to get non-aggression pacts with everyone. The release candidate builds have jumped from 6 to 8, at least for the experimental. So we're on the experimental patch, which jumped from 6 to 8, as I said. This was the last day I was dog sitting, so I was dog sitting up until about 6 p.m. today. And the process of moving the setup back has resulted in this being a later starting stream. And I think we're going to make this a really short stream. It's going to basically be a two-parter. We're going to play for about 2 hours. That doesn't mean I'm going to be a little bit short, but that'll mean, for those of you watching on Twitch, the next stream of this will be a 5-parter instead of a 4-parter. Because the plan was to do a 3-parter for streaming tonight. It's really late. We're not going to run a 3-parter, but I didn't want to wait any longer. As such, as this is the last day that I was dog watching, I have one last dog picture for you. This is Cindy. This is the dog I was dog watching. Twitch chat saying no worries. Well, I hope you enjoyed that stream. So this, as I was saying, this is Cindy. This is going to be the last dog picture I share. I may try to combine them all into one sort of PowerPoint video for those who aren't watching all the series, all the streams. And that'll end up like a 9-parter for the run. And Twitch chat saying, always looking at the door, eh? And in this case, I believe the dog is actually not looking at the door. Rather, one of the games we play with the dog is we go hide a treat on the dog and tell the dog to go find it. And part of that is obviously the dog is not supposed to be peeking. And at this point, we're in the process of my grandfather is in the process of hiding the tree, and the dog is trying not to peek while sitting on the floor there. So the dog is trying not to look at the cameraman, and at the same time trying not to look at the person hiding the tree in this picture is what's going on. So technically, the dog I think is looking at the bag of treats, because the bag of treats is on the counter out of screenshot on the right. Yeah, so I've been watching a dog. Today was the last day. I was responsible for making sure Cindy here got her pills in the morning and night. So this will be the last dog picture. Let's put that away. I'll bring that back up at the end of the stream in about 2 hours. Where we left off last time in this run, we had arrived at, well, maybe a little aggressive to say arrived at Mars. Our prospecting probes have arrived at Mars. Our bases are en route. Because we're getting metal from the moon, the cost to build these are going to be a lot less, because we can build them with space resources. So that's bringing it down, as you can see here, from 125 boost to get these built to 25, plus we're going to need a couple solar panels. We're going to run solar on Mars, which means you need like 3 solar panels per thing. And we'll do some of the solar mirror stuff, I think, this run. Obviously, for the initial mines here, we're not going to be able to do that, so we're going to need to run 3 to 1. That's fine. So 25 boost plus 1.6. So about 40 boost to get these shipped per base. Of course, that's as cheap as it would be to build all of them straight, which is usually how I actually do them, so the moon is definitely going to be valuable. The other thing we need is we need more mission control, so we can get more places. And that's the state of the moon. Back on Earth, we've reached the point where I think I can, well, with our highest
I'm here.
Persuasion person, I believe we can fund, using our money from the spoils in the Middle East, fund public campaigning in China. And we got spoils going in the Middle East. The petrol nations are funding us. We have Singapore that's now trying to build mission control and a little bit of boost. It's only going to get up to 3 mission control, so once it's got all 3, it'll basically go back to focusing on boost. I might actually, probably focus on boost for a bit. We're going to need boost for various things. We were trying to get into India. That kind of fell through. Although some of the lead up to that has put us in a prime position to maybe go into China. We've got one in Nepal, we got 2 in Myanmar, we got a couple in Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, but those aren't super important for getting to China. And we're trying to take points in Laos at the moment. The only people we haven't successfully gone on aggression pact with are the servants, so we can definitely pick on the servants if it's going to help us get into places like China. I'm not sure. Most of the change between the last patch and the current patch that we were playing on was crash fixes. There's a little bit of balance stuff. I think specifically affects the boost. So I'm not sure. Boost off is one of these orgs. So I'm not sure. Maybe the ones that we had really low boost on won't roll that low anymore. Because that was one of the changes I saw in the patch notes. I just quickly glanced at the patch notes before we started the stream here. And then I did look up what the faction techs were. So we've actually got the one that I was most interested in for the initiative, which is the initiative kits. Well, each of the factions gets one faction tech that provides them buffs to the stats of a particular type. So in the case of the initiative, it was admin. I didn't necessarily recognize that was the only one. There are other ones. If we go into change in here, and I don't actually. I want to look at the tech tree. We do full search of the full tech tree. I think it was like orgs. Orgs was one of them. Plus 5 orgs or something. Oh, that's capitalization, I think it was. Yeah, this is one of the other ones that's initiative special. And then this one third one, I forget what the other third one was. But yeah, the one that I'm probably most interested in is the one we've actually already got. Although 5 additional orgs for acquisition is not a bad pull. That'd be a reason to go into economics. Okay, close out of this and go back to the, yeah. We still want to do space tugs. This speeds up the delivery of stuff to Mars, which we're still probably going to try to claim more on Mars. And at the moment, we're not thinking about getting any construction modules out there, so it's all gonna, the hab itself has to ship from Earth. Okay, let's confirm our assignments because we got them left over from last time. Get some time passing.
Offering support.
We're going to try to get into China and use China as our major here. Because we're trying to non-aggression pact everyone, we haven't really been in a good position to get into any place else. Although we maybe had an opportunity to get into India that we slandered, or that we screwed up. Bangladesh, that's actually probably as high as we want Bangladesh.
Public sentiment is increasingly
Keep improving China, we're up 21%. We've got some purges here that should be helping with that as well if they go off. There we go. So that's 10% additional research from control points. That's another good one. That's a new one. What do I need to do next? Reasonable rockets is tempting for boost, but I think we actually need. Well, we don't. I don't think this is going to pay off enough with boost. We got pretty good boost production already. But we're going to want to do this eventually. The question is, do I want to do this sooner? Passing over other stuff in the meantime. Yeah, let's pick up alien methods. That's obviously not a priority to get done anytime soon. We want it eventually. It's not a super priority. Can I take control of that back? No. So we lost control of solid core. I don't think I'm in the position to steal control of anything else. So we'll just be divided between everything roughly equally.
We are in control now.
Okay, so I'm taking a point
Prepping for next mission.
in this location, Kyrgyzstan. Not to be confused with Kazakhstan. But that's
We're
another
in
point
control
near
here.
China. That's another point near China.
Prepping for next mission.
Yep, that's probably fine balance. One thing you might see me doing is I'm doing 20% investment knowledge that has some very good events that can fire related to it in the default. That's why I'm doing that. Okay, I'm gonna get around to the end of this cycle. Got some ops. Let's invest the ongoing alien activity with you. Let's...
Where to?
Ready to go.
What's your... oh no, you probably want to be stabilizing. You could definitely use some stability. We're probably going to hold on to you for the longest, at least. Okay. Yeah, stabilize
Restoring
Myanmar.
order.
Ready. Standing by.
Okay, you have the highest persuasion, so I'm going to have you do Purge on that point.
Removing our enemies.
What's the
Seizing points in China, we're at 14%. We need better than that. So we're going to leave you public campaigning. What is your public campaign right now? 72% at the current investment rate. Okay, leave it 72%.
What's the op?
Ah, okay. Oh, we had you public campaigning. That's what's going on here. And we didn't need any more in where we were, which was Bangladesh. I think it was Bangladesh. Let's start public campaigning Myanmar.
We must persuade the people.
And then I don't think we've got enough XP with anyone to pick anything up yet. No. We've got enough money, we can pick up that, but the ROI on that's not going to be good enough unless I want it for the material science. That's a little bit more tempting, but I don't think I have 3. Well, I don't have the money for that either, so. IMF would be tempting if we had the 250 influence. But we don't. Okay, let's confirm assignments, let some time move. Right now we're setting up for 40 boost. So we can send the first set of mines off to Mars.
Violence is abating.
Well, the first mine off to Mars. The first mine might actually allow us to get the cost down in boost to 0. Although there'll be like a year delay between sending the mine and
The people will come to our side.
getting the water and volatiles, which is what we're short on.
Public opinion is moving
Up
in
to
our direction.
26%. Repeat, continue. The hardest point in China is the first point. Because of authoritarian.
Our associates are now in charge.
Okay, got that point in
We'll be ready for new orders soon.
Kyrgyzstan, which is going to make it easier. Oh, I could go for the one North Korea, I suppose. Let me look into that. Again, I've got non-aggression pacts with everyone who's not the servants, so as far as getting into China, we really only want to take blows at the servants. And to be fair, in the long run, the servants are going to get all this stuff back. It's how that's going to work out. Okay, 97% chance to take
We're
that one
taking
in
power.
North Korea. Ideally, we want to take things that are adjacent to China that are not Chinese rivals. No USA. In practice, we don't want to bother with India anymore, or Japan, or Taiwan, or Vietnam, or the Philippines, right? So we don't want to bother with any of those, and we want to be adjacent. At least until we're in China. Once we're in China, we can kind of bend those rules. That's a little bit more tempting. That's got a influence modifier. Who's my Purge Master? In fact, I can easily check who the Purge Master is because I think it's you.
Ready for my mission.
Reporting in.
Oh, actually,
Your
you're supposed to be
orders?
my commander. You're the
At your
commander.
service.
Ready for
So
orders.
you're going to be espionage. You have space for this, yes. So we're going to play. That'll make Purge a little bit easier. Not that they need the help right now. Purge isn't super hard on the targets we're picking. Criminal, however, Japan. We don't have any from Japan or any parts in Japan. We do have a criminal. This is basically money for ops. So it's 1 money to 1 op ratio, which is pretty good. Increase in respite, you already got that. Assassinate, which you already got, so we don't need it for the missions. It's just, do we want it for the ops? And can I move stuff around to make that happen? Yeah, I can move stuff around to make that happen. Let's take you off, because you'll be the easiest to live without if it, I can't put it back on right away. Criminal and the criminal guy. You've got space, although you ideally want to probably be picking up science. Anyone else want to put it on? Could put on you. Could put on you. Yeah, we got you. Salt, stabilize, and increase in rest. You're probably the guy we want to make the commander. Even though right now you've got the got a bunch of espionage stuff. I think there's an argument we want to pull the espionage off, not onto you, but onto you because of that. Yeah, let's put it on you for the moment. There we go. And we can confirm assignments and let some time pass. We'll check in on the next turn what the campaign's up, or what the control nation's up to. We're running out of
Order is returning.
targets to purge.
We've moved the needle.
Okay, we don't have the money to run that public campaign anyway, but
We hold no sway in their minds.
ooh, failed to roll. Okay, they're coming for the one in Nepal. Presumably the servants. So if that is the servants, we can come back and take it back. Because we got non-aggression packs with everyone else.
We've removed some threats.
At your service.
Okay, 3% base. So we're getting 1.3 from the neighbors. 3.9 from popular support. You can buff yourself up to 21. 21 is not enough. Well, not enough for me. Okay, so we've got enough we could do another 74. A little bit
We'll
tight,
make our
but that'll work. Oh, if we had government, we could pick up office 39 right now. Debatable whether or not that's good. Do I have a government? I don't think I have a government though. You're not government. As I flip through here, it should light up if I had a government with space. So I guess we're going to pass on office 39.
Ready
Okay.
for my mission.
In the meantime, we think we're going to lose the point in Nepal. So let's make that easier by public campaigning. Well,
Telling
make it
our
easier for us to
story.
take back by public campaigning. In the state.
Work
With
in the
the
public.
weaker of the persuasion people.
Ready.
Pick up more adamant on this guy? Probably. Oh, I could pick up government on this guy. If we picked up government, well, that'd eat all the influence. We wouldn't be able to pick up Office 39 anyway. That scenario. Okay, we're gonna pass on it for the bit. Take admin. And you're not up high enough that I can oops, not customize. Can't take persuasion yet because it's 20 and we got 9. Okay, confirm assignments. Let some time pass. Ithaca Chasm in Tethys. I don't happen to know which gas giant that is. Might not be a gas giant.
I will help them.
Fatwa issued. Council of Sunni Islamic scholars have published their legal findings regarding the alien arrival that aligns with the ideology of the resistance. Clerics are endorsing the findings at Friday. Tethbas? I'm not going to try pronouncing that. But religious thing. Assuming that's like Friday Mass, but for Muslims. Public opinion shifting in Sunni regions around the world. Okay, so that's not super good for us because we had a bunch in. I think some of these
Things are cooling off.
in theory. So we probably lost some relationship. Moved towards the resistance. Here's our alien methods. Okay. So we can now see the abductions.
The aliens seem to be targeting people in positions of authority.
They seem to be targeting people in positions of authority, which for the moment is presumably not us. A new and significant development: abduction victims reported missing having begun to reappear. This is highly suspicious, and the council has agreed that they must be placed under immediate surveillance. Do work in alien origin. Let's pick up Xenology Lab, because this is one of the lab types we're going to want early on.
The people will come to our side.
Okay, we're up to 44% in
Public
China.
sentiment is increasingly with us.
I am expecting to get cracked down in Nepal. Or, well, we got cracked down. Expecting to get purged in Nepal. Okay. 5% base, we can push it to 30. We really would like to get it up to 50. I'd rather be rolling 50s and not 30s, especially if we're paying that much influence.
We must persuade the people.
We could pick up public campaign and espionage. That's an interesting combo. Do we have anyone that doesn't have public campaign? We got 2 people who don't have it. So you're one of the ones that doesn't have it, and then we've given it to you. Okay, so there's just 2. So it's you. Yeah, you. Hold on, no rush here. He's got a persuasion of 1. He's not going to be public campaign, or she's not going to be public campaigning anytime soon. He probably could. Although 4 persuasion is not enough for what we're doing right now. So yeah, this would be picking it up mainly for the public campaign bonus. You're the no, you're our commander. You're our espionage person. You happen to natively have public campaign, so it doesn't really benefit you very much in that regard. Although I'm still thinking of picking it up for the espionage here. We'll just pick up the espionage. Alarming new disease. Do we have the money to provide the funding? We do. This provides a small public opinion boost around the world, notably
Expertise.
also in China, where we care about it. About 46% in China.
Things are stabilizing.
We hold no sway in their
Ooh,
minds.
did not succeed.
Our cause is unjustified to them.
We will never know if Lise Meitner and Otto Hahn even dreamed that their discovery of nuclear fission would one day be used to build spaceships. Let us hope, nevertheless, that we would have made them proud. Chancellor Li Qingzao, keynote speech at the Spaceport Summit.
Yep. Let's hopefully
If
make
it
them
isn't
proud.
ours, it's somebody else's. And if it's somebody
Ooh, interesting.
else's,
Two completed
sooner
ones.
or later, they'll use it against us. That's why we have to take it, whether we need it or not. Colonel Hans Castillo, 5 moves ahead.
Arguably, that's something we also need to do in space. Okay, so we didn't have control over either of those. So we didn't get to pick what followed up. Okay. But arguably both of those aren't too bad. Sunlit Habs is tier 2 Habs. We want these eventually anyway. Yeah. Molten Core, we probably want eventually. In fact, really, we want Vapor Core. So in choosing between which of these I wanted to focus down, I'm going to go with the Settlement one. Mainly because I'm not planning on going Molten. Planning on going Vapor, or Gas Core. So when this one finishes, we probably want to try to take control of that one. Or at least invest in that one. We're not too worried about the Molten Core. And yeah, we want control of something so we can have choices. We want to be able to make choices. I might not be making the best of choices, but I like to actually be able to occasionally make them. 5% base, we can push it at 60 or 34. Again, I really would like that to be 50. So we're going to public campaign. 75% chance the public campaign
Making our
works.
case.
Nothing we can pick up on the marketplace. Yeah. Confirming silence. Let some more time pass. Alien station at Tethys. Again, that's far enough away that we're not concerned yet. Myanmar has space flight. That'll work. Focus on mission control here. We need mission control for more Mars bases, please.
Offering support.
There we go. Nuclear freighters. This would reduce the boost cost for sending things to Mars. So if we can get that done soonish, that would be worth doing. And we might try to do that
Violence
after
is
space
abating.
talks. Solid core fusion, or solid core fission. If I'm going for the grid drive, and I usually like to go for the grid drive, that is required
Is
for grid drive.
unjustified to them.
Not to use it, but to research it. And we failed public campaign twice in a row.
We've moved the needle.
Still going to be the same, 34%. And once again, we can still throw the money at it to get up to 65 or
I will
75.
tell our story.
Ooh, I'm at the point where we can afford IMF. Well, influence-wise, I'm afford the IMF. Question is, who do I want to put IMF on? So it's 8 admin. And the advise mission. Obviously, I don't necessarily need to put it on the advisor, because the person I have on like permanent advise already has the advise mission. So you're 5 short. I could supposedly put IMF on, take Intrepid off, and move Intrepid to someone else. Although that'd be a 3 admin jump. Maybe not strong enough to warrant bothering to take you off. Okay. And then otherwise it's put it on anyone that has 8. IMF also provides prominent, which means anyone that assassinates the person will get marked. So it's actually, that would be a reason to maybe put him on this guy, so anyone that tried to assassinate, you know, the guy most likely to be visible would be marked. But on the quick learner. Or we could put it on you. That'd bring your org limit, admin cap on the org limit up to 24. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, we'll just put it on you. It's gonna give you advise, which you already have. I'm not too worried about advise on more than one counselor, so. And we're getting the IMF. We're denying other people the IMF. Most importantly, I've heard a lot of people complain that the IMF is actually being snapped up by the Hydra itself. This time we've got it.
I will help them.
There's space tugs, so delivery of new things to Mars is going to be faster. And you're going to follow that up with the nuclear freighters. It's a bit of an expensive one. That'll lower the boost cost as soon as it's done. Profitable investments. Initiatives, long-term investments are proving profitable. As a profit-seeking organization, the initiative has investments in profitable interests all over the world. We expect they will only prove even more profitable as the alien crisis continues to pay out. Okay.
Do not seek to be the elephant. Become instead the mosquito, which pierces its mighty hide, which laces its blood with disease, and which cannot be swatted away by its feeble tail. Colonel Hans Castillo, 5 moves ahead.
Okay. I don't think vacuum electrostatics is the one we care about. Well, actually, we kind of care about it. Yeah, we care about it. I don't think we care about electrostatic propulsion, which is what I think it was. What I was thinking it was. Again, we're not gonna help invest in that for the moment. We don't have enough research to control multiple applications, multiple tech
Things are
things.
cooling off.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We're up to 52.
Our
So that's
case
good.
remains unheard. We're winning their hearts and minds.
And no one's come around for the purge, and we've recovered already. Okay. Maybe I don't need a public campaign there anymore. Xenology lab, yeah, that's good. Oh, I'm gonna want this favorited for finding it later. Alien flora, yeah. We're not ready to be burning that yet, but when it comes time, we're gonna want it. We're going to want to make quite a good use of this, but we're not in a rush to that. Yeah. Institutional outreach from orgs probably should do that. Yeah, let's pick this up. Okay, so in China, if we were to go as hard as we could, we're only up to 31. Technically, to be a little bit higher, because we in theory can go up to 64. We don't have the influence for that right now. Public campaign, we're up to 75 green investment. Which we can't actually do without pulling them off to get the money back from the one we've already invested into, but yeah, 75 is good enough. Again, hoping to get more influence with him. More persuasion. You can pick something up. Probably want to pick up more admin so they can pick up more criminal works as they show up. As well as more control points. Are we not eligible? Oh no, we're not eligible because we're not in Brazil. That's why. That would give us more science. Yeah, let's pick you up. A bit expensive, but it'll help pay for itself. And the science and the material science is good here. Spoiled isn't too bad either for this early.
Offering assistance.
The 32. Again, we need like
Order is
40-ish.
returning.
Or the nuclear tugs. The nuclear tugs will do it as well. Because I'll do it a price
Public
drop.
sentiment is increasingly with us.
56%. Okay.
We've moved the needle.
I should probably move one of those off to doing something else. Don't need everyone public campaigning in Nepal. Arguably also because we don't care about Nepal any longer.
The longer we will survive, and the less we depend upon burning our natural resources, the fewer territorial conflicts we will suffer. It is forever bewildering to me how few of us can accept this simple concept. Commissioner Kiran Banerjee, lecture at Beyond Fossil Fuels Conference.
Okay. Orbitals. We do probably want orbitals done at some point. Less interested in orbitals than I am in settlement habs. Can I take control of it without losing settlement habs? No. Let's keep control of settlement habs then. Hydrolux fragmentation. I forget which of the missiles we're going to go for. Also, that's a favorite. It's not going to come up in this section, at least. We can check over the break. Okay, so if we were to... So we're up to 7 base, we can push it to 46. That may be close enough to take that gamble. We'll take this gamble this turn.
We'll be
It's a
running this
little
place.
lower than I'd like. But I'm willing to roll things that are sometimes a little lower than I like.
Headed there now.
You're just money, right? Yeah, it's got a 4-month payback period, and that's not quick enough. Gotta have something else on it to be worth picking up. Criminal and Kazakhstan. Sadly. No Kazakhstan. And we're not going to have it anytime soon.
Offering counsel.
So each time we investigate the aliens, we get 1% boost to alien research.
Things are cooling off.
So we're going to turn some ops into xenology research. It's low enough for that.
The people will come to our side.
I might be better off doing Laos. Yeah, probably better off doing Laos than Nepal. Oh, no, Nepal's got 30 million people versus 7.7. Never mind.
We found something.
We've gained gained significant
And
support.
we're in. First one has been taken. And I think the first one I believe is the hardest one.
Where to?
Okay, so how hard is the next one? So it's still basis 7. So we don't have the influence to go for the next one. Granted, we don't have the I'd burn control points if we picked it up. That's made public campaigning far cheaper. I think we were paying like 320 or 640 or something like that. We now get basically the same effect for 160. So yeah, that's definitely helped a bunch. Getting the first one in there helps with public campaigning, which will help us pick up the rest.
At your service.
You keep searching sites for more xenology bonus.
We'll recon the site.
I'm here.
I don't want to pay ops for this yet. What about stabilizing nations? You're down to 1. Nepal. Do
We'll
Nepal.
make things safe.
We can augment you. You're our espionage person, so you either want admin or espionage. We'll give you more admin. And of course that gives us the control points. We're not over the cap anymore. That's good to know. Grab you prestige, or not persuasion, on your next XP. Probably be next action phase. Yeah. Can you just double check? We've now got enough that we could send the mine, but the mine doesn't do anything without the 25. Should I have sent this sooner? I probably should have sent this sooner. Okay, let's start shipping bits. Solar, and mine. Yeah, I could have sent it 7 sooner. The next one, same sort of thing. So we're gonna need 25. Oh, running up to 40. It's supposed to round up to 30. I need 30. We had 30, so we were able to do. Same sort of thing. We're gonna save up for about 30. All this time. Hopefully, I'll remember that it's 30 and not 40, and then we can send the next one off. Or the first one will finish. The first one will be done October next year. That's one of the reasons we want nuclear freighters, because this will speed it up. Speeds it up by 18%. Also lowers the boost cost a bit. The other tugboats was
Standing
also
by
helped,
for orders.
so definitely good getting those. Although once we get the first construction module on Mars, everything changes. But we're not gonna do that for a while, so that's why we need speed. New batch of missiles, torpedoes. Oof! Small public opinion boost.
Lending by
Alice
expertise.
around the world. Debuff around the world.
Things are stabilizing.
The people will come to our side.
Public opinion remains unmoved.
So we're also at the point where we might want to
Recon
claim
complete.
another site on Mars if there's spaces open. Okay. 10.6. And no one else has started claiming, so we probably do want to claim. I suppose the question is, do we want Phobos? I may want Phobos. Water and volatiles. Whereas, well, Mars we need for metal. How much metal we need is maybe up for debate.
I'm here.
Okay, back on Earth. We're gonna have you go investigate the last crash site.
On the way to the target site.
And
Standing
then
by.
over here in China, we can push a 64. However, the public campaign here is cheap enough. We're going to try to get it actually over 50 this time
I will tell our story.
before we do the next gamble with influence. Although we can pick up persuasion. I'll buff you a bit. Public campaign unrestricted, so we can put you on anything. Although, again, you're the advisor, so we probably don't want to put it on you, so it'd only be the one that's missing, which is this one. We don't got any space. Do we move stuff around to make space? Yes. So you can have public campaign. Oh, it's a public campaign with a persuasion of 1, so it's not super strong at the moment. That'll get better in the long, long run. Oh, you're the only one with space, so we're gonna put it on here because we do want that boost. We can only put 2 more orgs on you, although we may start to try to be more efficient with org spacing. Oh, and at some point I think you were supposed to be an investigator. Feeling a little muddled here in pursuit of short-term goals, I suppose. Okay, confirm assignments.
Offering assistance.
Okay, but then I got enough to pick up the next site.
Violence is abating.
We'll wait until the end of the next cycle. I'm not too worried. I got the 4 choice spots I want, and there is an argument to being greedy,
Public opinion is moving in our
which is kind of what
direction.
we're following up on. I don't remember which of the radiators I want to go for. I think it's carbon nanotube is the first one I'm going to use.
Here's
This
what
is
we
the
found.
default. Probably do actually want stabilization, but not on you. Although you maybe wouldn't be the worst place to put it. Desperate to get it into the bank. Another espionage. Trades money. Got the resource for that. Yeah, sure. Take that for the moment. Augment E with admin. So I have to move something off of you to pick up that stabilized mission. I do want to have more commanders who can do stabilized mission. Oh, and you have stabilized mission, so we wouldn't want to put it on you. In fact, you're the only one who has stabilized missions, which is why we want more stabilized missions. Take it off of... No, because we want the espionage there. I suppose I can move... You've got the other espionages. So we can move... Okay, I see how I'm going to do this. We're going to move one of you. To you. Makes you better in espionage. All of them are bad at command, except for the person who's planning to command yet. Okay, so the stabilizer is going to go on someone who's not particularly great at it, because I don't have an alternative at the moment. You're the criminal. So obviously we can't take the criminal orgs off. Criminal. That's the only one we could take off. Yeah, let's take that one off for the moment. Put the stabilize on you. Not that you're good for that job. Yeah, I'll just put it on you for the moment. Okay. Oops, need to actually give the missions first. So, what are we up to? Base of 12. We can do full investor up to 40. Oh, because we spent my influence, so I'm not getting influence to invest. That's what's going on there. 80 for 76.
Making our case.
Your orders?
$26 million there. So, probably really don't care about public campaigning in Laos. Probably around about the point where we eject ourselves from Laos, to be fair. I suppose we're going to stay in the Middle East. I should do some... Oh, well. Middle East still loves me. That's a different problem. Singapore is good. 75 base there. Go there.
We'll make our appeal.
Representments, let some time pass. Ah. I was going to grab a spot over at Mars. Yeah, let's just pick up the other moon. Maybe a little early because we don't have a lot of mines that produce things like metal and radioactives, volatile and nobles. This is good for water and volatiles. This is fuel and armor, basically. Fuel and late game armor. Just short of 300 days, 63 boost. Send it off. And arguably that was a little bit cheaper than on Mars. Mars is 10.6 because of the gravity.
You ignoble vampires are no concern of ours.
And yet, you're contacting us. What do you want to buy? You want to buy that. I'm not selling you that. For that. That is pretty good. How much money do you want for that? The entire treasury. So we're losing this one. I think we've... Basically what we're going to lose here is ops. We're going to lose ops there. What is that? That's third of our ops. So that's actually quite a bit of ops I'm giving up. Although, there's other ways to get ops. I'm not too concerned about that. Then we're giving up this thing, which I think it's probably paid for itself by now. Can I keep some of my money? Okay. That'll also keep some of the money close enough. Confirm. Again, this is a 4-stat for 2-star. Real good. Actually gives us some ops, so we can put that on the guy where we took the ops off, and we'll basically just be better off. I'm on board with that.
I will help them.
Things are cooling off.
Our case remains unheard.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Okay. Resistance has taken over a bunch of servant strongholds. That's fine.
Your orders?
And we're now up to 67% because of the base of 12. Yeah, I'm willing to take 67% gambles.
Bringing them on board.
If we do get that, that's going to be just short of 40 control points. So we're going to start giving up other things. Sri Lanka is 15 across the board. Bangladesh is 30. I think we'll do Bangladesh. And something else fairly small. What's Nepal's gonna be? Nepal's not big enough to be fair. Okay. Myanmar would work. Yeah, probably Bangladesh and Myanmar. Or Sri Lanka. We'll do Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. Those aren't next to China, so they're not helping us get into China.
Offering support.
Alien monsters. Where previously the land altered by the alien visitors was almost eerily still, now mountains and monstrous silhouettes move through the unearthly vegetation. There was, until now, still those who refuted the presence of extraterrestrial beings on our world, but the startling footage of these immense new entities is something to demolish the convictions of even the most staunch unbeliever. Their titanic bulk blots out the sun, the land trembles at their step, trees and buildings are pushed aside as if they were tissue paper, or uprooted by vast tendrils as if they were mere seedlings. Even miles away, the very air seems to bend at the deafening cry. All the world knows it now, the giants are among us. So that is the first of the megafauna on the move in South America.
Our efforts didn't have any effect.
You have made it less stable.
Our case remains unheard.
We failed to take control.
Ooh. Rolled an 87 out of 69. Okay, we're not ready to do another attempt. You're also my
Ready to go.
investigator.
Ready.
Standing by for orders. Where to? We'll see what
I
we
don't
can
think we
find.
have the info we
Ready to
need
go.
to actually find it with a surveil, but we'll do a surveil.
Initiating recon.
The Hickory Fund. In a way, that's actually better source of stabilization than the 2-star. Okay, let's get you assigned here. We got space for 2 more orders on this guy. We'll grab that stabilize because we're going to want as many stabilizers as we can get. We'll grab that engineering one. Oh, I don't have any influence. That's why. I'm like, why can't I pick up the other one? The answer is you don't have the influence for it. Fair enough. Okay. We got assignments going. Look at the time, we're up at an hour. So if you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up for you tomorrow. We are going to record one more part during the stream tonight. Watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break between these two parts to stretch the legs, sip some tea, and then be back hopefully before the ad finishes. We're in China, although barely. And China is expensive, so we're going to have to start abandoning things as we take more of China. On the other hand, it's China. And spoilers for what our primary goal is going to be at the end. We're going to carry about GDP. Like, we need to own like 60% of the world's GDP. China's probably the best place to get a bunch of GDP, simply by being able to grow it. So China, if we can get into it, is going to be a good defensive position, and very, very valuable in the long run, to work outwards from. So we're willing to abandon things to control China. We're still going to probably want enough control points to say hold on to Singapore and maybe our bits in the Middle East. So if you're watching on YouTube, part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. And with that, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time until the next part and or next stream. Pat, bye for now.